Okay. Okay. Once we have completed with something like joins, we have some same concept which is known as it should be extended of joins will be there, which is known as data blending. This we are going to make use of. This concept should be they're going to ask in interview point of view, they're going to ask each and everywhere. Concept should be simple and this logic should be there. Here we have a concept which is known as data blending will be there. Data blending is nothing but here by the help of data blending means if we have suppose till now what we have seen the joins. How we have seen the joins? In single data source. If we need to combine multiple tables, we are going to make use of. Okay. So till now we have seen the joins will be there. In single data source. If you need to join multiple tables, on the time we are going to make use of like a join condition. Now we have some data blending will be there. Data blending is nothing but if you need to analyze multiple data sources data. If we need to analyze, if we need to analyze multiple, need to analyze multiple data sources in a single sheet. It can be possible by the help of possible by the help of data blending only it can be possible. We can communicate with two different data sources and three different data sources, and we can combinedly make use of three different data sources to generate the reports in single worksheet. If we need to analyze multiple data sources in a single sheet, it can be possible by the help of in a single sheet. It can be possible by the help of data blending. It is not going to possible more than this. Once it has been completed, then we have there should be rules to perform data blending will be there. Rules to perform data blending will be there. Rules to perform data blending will be there. Here same rules like rules to perform join, same likewise we have some rules to perform data blending will be there. If I am going to give some rules, same rules like common columns between both the data sources, common columns between between both the data sources and we have common value between that common values in the matching columns whatever we have some matching columns will be there, no, in that we have some common values or common data types, or we can common value or we can call as common data type or common data type in the matching columns. Likewise, we are going to make use to get the outputs done. Once it has been completed, our common columns between both the data sources and common value or common data type in the matching columns. Here we can perform data blending through three ways. Here we can perform data blending from three ways. First one should be automatic way. First one should be automatic way, and second one should be we have something manually I am changing manual way, and we have something third one should be like edit relationships. We need to make use of some edit relationships, then we need to change there also. It is also comes under manual only. Here automatically means if it is satisfying the if it's satisfying the satis if it is satisfying the condition, if it is satisfying the rules of data blending, then data blending is going to occur. Then automatically, data blending is going to occur. Data blending is going to occur. Likewise, we have data blending is going to occur. Once it has been completed like automatic way, and we have something like a manual. way will be there, automatically occurs, and it is going to indicate with, and it will indicate with, and it will indicate with orange color link. It will indicate with orange color link. Orange color, it is going to indicate with orange color link. How it is going to indicate means it is with having something like, I'm going to, first of all I will separate. Orange color link means it's having something should be in this level. They're having some link will be there. This is going to indicate as orange color link. And here we need to understand one thing. Whenever we are going to take, once we are taking any field from the, once we are taking any field from the, any field from the data source to visualization area, that data source is going to make, that data source going to make as primary data source, going to make as primary data source. It is going to make as primary data source will be there, primary data source. And remaining all the other sources, remaining all the other sources, remaining all the other sources we are going to call as secondary data source, call as secondary data sources. We are going to call as secondary data sources will be there. Here we have some primary data source will be there, we are going to call, and we are going to call some secondary data source will be there. Remaining all the other sources we are going to call as secondary data sources will be there. Primary data source indicates with blue tick mark. Primary data source will indicate as blue tick mark, and secondary data source is going to indicate as secondary data source is going to indicate as like a orange color tick marks, orange color tick mark will be there. Likewise it is going to make use. And here we have some manual. Automatic means if it is satisfying, then it is going to change. Manually means by changing the column names, by changing the, 1 minute guys. చెప్తారు క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను సార్ చెప్పు. I'm going to make use of this. If I'm going to use this, primary data source will be indicated as tick, and like manually means by changing the field names, field names we can do manual auto blending. We can do manually data blending. Here by changing the names means, suppose just think that we have e name will be there, in another very employee name will be there. Then if I need to change that e name to employee name, then automatically data blending is going to happen. Manual data blending is going to happen, but it is not going to be recommended. But it's not going to be recommended, it because it's not going to be recommended, because if it is one field one column, then okay fine. If we have something like hundreds of columns, we cannot sit and edit no each and everything. For that purpose it is not going to be recommended. And once we have completed with manual, we have something known as edit relationships. By the help of edit relationships, by the help of edit relationships we can edit the data we can make use of some relationship between, we can make use of some relationship from relationship between relationship between first data source and the between first data source and second data source fields, first data source field dimensions and second data source dimension, second data source dimensions, data source dimensions, then automatically data blending is going to happen. Automatically data blending is going to happen. Likewise, we are going to see. Suppose whatever we have, something will be there, and we are going to see practically how we can implement all these things. Suppose just if I'm going to create some two files will be there, with sample will be there. We have some products, regions, and all these things. If I'm going to include one more thing in this level, I'm going to include something like laptops will be there, laptops. And in these laptops, I'm going to give some region should be north, and I'm going to get some value should be like a thousand. I'm going to get in this. I'm going to get some 250 rupees should be profit. Here likewise I have written. Otherwise we have one more thing like we can take something like if I'm going to take some Apple like iPhone and it should be like south we are going to take, then it cost should be some 2000. In this I got some profit should be 400. Likewise, I am going to save this data will be there like sample notepad sample. In sample one, we am going to take some data should be likewise. Whatever we have something like I'm going to take some region. Likewise, we are going to take some data will be there like category, region and all these things. Just we are going to take some notepad data. Then we are going to take that notepad data into as a data sources. Whatever you have data sources, remove the data sources. Close. Okay, no problem. Then close this data source also. If it is having also there is no problem. Okay, and if you are going to connect with data, we need to connect with because data blending can be possible by the help of two different data sources only. They are going to do their desktop, and I'm going to take sample file will be there. I'm going to open sample file. Then I'm going to connect with sample one. Sample one will be there. Then we are going to make use of sample one once again into visualization level. Then we are going to get if it is sample one will be there. Here if I'm going to coming to sheet one, I'm going to connect with once again data. New data source will be there. I'm going to take some text file will be there. Once I'm going to take some text file, I'm going to take some sample one will be there. Once we are going to get the data into this level, I got some sample and sample one will be there. If I'm going for sample will be there, if I'm going to drag region into columns, then go for sample one. If it is sample one, automatically data blending has been happened, because if the same field, same column names are there, automatic data blending is going to happen. Automatic data blending means it is going to indicate as like orange color tick mark. If by using this sheet region, I am going to make use in this read sales, region wise sales, as well as I'm going for this level, I'm going to make use of some sales value into this level. I'm going to get the both the things like in this region wise sales of what are the sales we have. In east, in region wise east we have 500 sales will be there, here 100 sales. Here north we have 1000 sales, there is no sales will be there. And south we have 2200 sales and there 1000 sales will be there. In west we have 400 sales and we have 1150 sales. So likewise, we are going to compare in between two data sources. We are going to compare and we are going to perform some data blend. If it is matching means then fine. I'm going to change from this level. I'm going to change the values wherever we have some region will be there. I'm going to make as yes regions and save this file. Then once if you're going to open some new sheet, and if I'm going to right click on this sample source, right click and refresh. Once if I'm going to refresh, automatically data has been updated to regions. Wherever we have some region will be there, then it is going to make us like right click on this refresh. then it has converted as region. Suppose same thing here, if I'm going to take region into this level, if I'm going to make use of, if I'm going to take some region into this level, and if I'm going to take some sample one data source, if I'm going here, it is not performing any data blending. It is not going to perform. But names, if the columns names are different, then it is not going to perform the data blending. That we can do manually by right clicking on this. I can rename the whatever I have something. I'm going to rename as region. If I'm going to rename as region, then automatically data blending. Then automatically once we have renamed, then automatically data blending is going to happen. Then I can find however I want to find. I can find as per that. I'm going to find the values how exactly it should be there. In same sample one will be there, and I can take some other profits from this level. I'm going to profits from this level. I can compute and I can get the outputs how exactly it will be there. This is how we are going to make use of data blending in Tableau. This should be manual and it should be like automatic, and we have some other things should be edit relationships. I'm going to rename once again as
Can you can
yes,
you tell about the manual one once again? You changed that regions file, right? After
yes.
that,
Just I'm going just there is nothing will be there. Whatever we have before, just think that we have something rename as I have something like regions will be there. This okay. Then it is not going to happen data blending. See, it is giving overall value. It is not going to happen data blending will be there. This
see
just
data blending in the sense in the sense when we have data, so when we have two different data sources, how these joins can be managed. Am I
yes,
correct?
yes, exactly. But here we need to understand like if we have two data sources will be there, how we can get the data in single sheet development by making use of two data sources.
Okay.
Yeah. And here, same thing if I'm going to take sample 1 and sample 1 will be, in sample 1 we have something like region, yes, and sample we have something like regions. Because it is not matching. If it is not, if it is need to match, I need to rename as regions to region, then automatically it will perform blending will be there. Okay.
So this is what manual blending.
Yes, this is what manual blending, nothing more than just changing the names. Anything in this, Sundar? Hello.
In a similar way, we can also pull data source from web also, right?
Yes, yes, you can take the data from anywhere. There should be one interview question they're going to ask you. Okay, I can connect data blend. I can do the data blending for server and file. I have one server will be there. I have one file will be there. I can do the data blending. Yes, we can do data blending. If we have some three data sources will be there, I can do the data blending. Yes, we can do the data blending. First sheet, whatever we are going to take first into visualization level, it is going to take as a primary data source. Remaining all these things, it is going to take as a secondary data source. If I'm going to take sales, it is going to indicate as secondary data source. If I'm going to take some first one should be, it is going to indicate as primary data source. Primary data source is going to indicate as blue tick mark, and secondary data source is going to indicate as orange color tick mark. Likewise, we are going to make use of some data blending in Tableau. Then fi- then finally
Fine.
we yes then finally we have something known as like edit relationship. Suppose once again I'm going to change this rename as regions. I am going to make, but I cannot rename this, but I am going to give some relationship region equal to regions. I am going to give some relationship like region equal to regions, then automatically it is going to perform the data blending. If I am going for data will be there. Here I have some edit relationships. I am going to give some relationships here. Sample equal to sample 1. In this I am going to, in this if I need to add in this level, I need to drag any of the sheets into first of all visualization level. I am going to drag some regions into this level. Then if I'm going for data will be there, I am going to give some edit relationships. I am going to select on this data. Why it's not coming? Like we need to go for its automatic performance will be there. No, then we need to go for some custom will be there. then we need to edit here. I'm going to give some relationship region equal to region, then both will be same. It is going to find that yes, region equal to regions, then we can perform the data blending, then okay, then now see, if you're going for this level sheet example 1, automatically performance data blending is happened, but here we have regions will be there, but here region will be there, because of we have given some edit relationship, we are giving some relationship between the both the data sources, region equal to regions, then automatically it is going to perform the data blending by the help of edit relationship. This is how we are going to make use of data blending in Tableau in three levels. Any doubts in this, guys? No doubts? Okay, guys, just do some practice on that. I feel like you have the notes for this. Okay, just do practice on joins as well as data blending will be there, and we'll see you on tomorrow.
Anil, license key required, Anil.
Okay, Sundar. Anuparayan, okay? Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
Bye.